The stem of the glass snapped in my hand when it hit the marble. Dark red wine spread like a wound across the floor. I bent down to wipe it, my hand still trembling from the sting, when my father's palm cracked across my face. The sound was sharp enough to silence the entire room. Blood pooled at my lip and dripped onto the white tiles. "Useless girl, get out!" The guests stared. My brother just stood there. No flicker of concern, no movement. Just those cold, indifferent eyes. I walked out before the tears came. Not because I was weak, but because I knew they didn't deserve to see them. By the time I reached my apartment, my phone lit up. 53 missed calls. I didn't answer. I let the phone keep screaming in the dark. Backstory set up. Establish the relationship. You have to understand, this wasn't sudden. My father had always been the son of our family. Blinding, overbearing, burning everything too close. And my brother, Daniel, he was the golden one, the heir, the perfect son who could do no wrong. I was the mistake, the one whose existence was tolerated, not cherished. But Daniel wasn't just a brother. He was the only one I used to think could understand me. When we were kids, he'd sneak me chocolates when father grounded me, whispered jokes during the suffocating family dinners. I thought he was my ally, until I learned he wasn't. Discovery of betrayal. It started small. My promotions at the family business suddenly delayed. My projects reassigned. My ideas somehow showing up in Daniel's presentations. At first, I thought it was coincidence or father's interference. But then I saw the email. Daniel had forwarded my entire proposal, my work, to his private account. No explanation, no apology. Just my months of effort stripped of my name. And worse, it was addressed to Father. Subject line, "Thought you'd want something better than what she had." I remember sitting there, staring at those words. My chest didn't hurt. My hands didn't shake. My mind just clicked into place. I stopped feeling like the discarded daughter. I started thinking like an executioner. Shift in mindset, strategic planning begins. Revenge isn't rage. It's mathematics. First, you watch. You gather every loose thread, every weakness, every secret they think is hidden. Father's empire looked solid from the outside, but I knew better. I'd seen the cracks, the shell companies, the quiet bribes, the off-book accounts hidden in places even the accountants didn't know to look. Daniel was sloppy. He liked expensive things, things he couldn't justify on his salary, and he had a habit of mixing business funds with personal expenses. All I had to do was keep the receipts. For 6 months, I played the role they expected, the overlooked, humiliated daughter. I smiled when they mocked me. I nodded when Daniel took credit. I even congratulated him on his successes, all while building the file. Execution of the plan. Step 1 was silent. I created an anonymous tip-off packet for the tax authorities. Meticulous, documented, undeniable. I sent it from an untraceable email, routing it through 3 different countries before it landed in their inbox. Step 2 was public. I leaked Daniel's personal expense records, private jets, designer watches, a $40,000 bar tab, to the board members of Father's company. They didn't say anything at first, but I knew it was rotting the image they had of him. Step 3 was surgical. I waited until the quarterly review, the one meeting Father never missed, and uploaded the proof of Daniel's embezzlement onto the main presentation screen. No commentary, just the facts, displayed in black and white. The room went still. Father's face drained of color. Daniel stammered, sweating, denying everything. The board didn't believe him. By the end of that week, Daniel's accounts were frozen, his position suspended pending investigation. Father's lawyers were suddenly unavailable for him. Climax and confrontation. They called me back to the house. Father sat in his armchair like a king without a crown. Daniel was pacing, eyes bloodshot, hair disheveled, nothing like the polished man the world knew. "You did this," Daniel spat. "I didn't deny it. You stole from me first. I just corrected the imbalance." Father slammed his fist on the table. "You ruined this family's name." I leaned forward. "No, Father. You ruined it the day you decided your son's comfort mattered more than your daughter's dignity." Daniel's voice cracked. "You're going to regret this." I smiled. A small, calm smile that made him flinch. I already don't. Silence hung heavy in the room. The kind that means the war is over, but the ruins will never be rebuilt. When I left that house, I didn't look back. I didn't need to. The empire that had treated me like a stain on its perfect floor was crumbling from within, and I had no interest in saving it.